Hi. Hey, baby girl. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today, my love? I'm just turning on some lights so I can have something going on in here. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm usually relaxing on a Sunday, but we have the eclipse coming up. Hi, baby. Thank you all for joining me today. I have been good. Thank you for asking, Spiritual Assassin. I have been good. Thank you. Life has actually been pretty chill. normally, um, normally I am just on Sunday, I'm trying to get to this point where I'm relaxing, I'm planning out the week, and I'm getting real sufficient rest instead of using it as another work day. But today, because we have the eclipse, and I don't really feel like I'm working, I'm just coming on here to talk about prepping for the new moon that we're having because it's really, really big. Hi, everybody. Hello. The goddess view. Hi, V. Hi, Estrella. Hello. Hi, not really here. So, this new moon that we're having is coming with this partial eclipse that's happening at the same time. And it's going to be happening, I believe, around 7 a.m. on Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time. Now, I don't know where everybody is around the world, but y'all can ask Alexa and she can tell you wherever you are around the world what time it's going to be happening for you. And she'll tell you about both of them. I've had to ask Alexa some definitions of words and all type of stuff recently. Hi. Hello, Boo. Hi. Oh my goodness, you're here. I don't think you've ever been able to catch my live. Hey, baby. What do you mean? Yes. So it's two different eclipses coming up. It's one on the 25th, which is a partial eclipse. And then we have the one coming up on I believe it's the 7th. It may be the 9th. I'm not sure. I thought it was the 7th. And that one is a full eclipse. Okay, so I'll talk about that eclipse on another one because I want to get into this eclipse and this new moon that we're in coming up on Tuesday. Now, I'm doing this video a couple days ahead because with this new moon, I would like for y'all to do whatever new moon ritual that you have on that day, or maybe the day before, because the eclipse is happening and that is like doubling up on the energy. And it's a lot of extreme energy happening. Extreme with love, extreme with sex, extreme with everything that has to do with Scorpio. Transformations, extreme with the way we see life and the way we see love and the way we handle our friendships and how we give and how we receive. All of those things are being rearranged right now. So I have my little handy dandy little write down of everything so I can talk about it. So one of the main things about this new moon is because it's in Scorpio, it's dealing with a lot of transformation and death, endings and new beginnings. mainly emotional because it's dealing with Scorpio, under the veil, and it's a water sign, so it's going to be all about the emotions and the transformations and the not only the transformation of it, but the true ending and uncontrollable. Because with the death card, those are things, or even with death altogether, it's not something that we plan at all. It's just something that happens and we all have to cope with it as it's happening. And that's what's going to be happening with this eclipse. Now, because it's a partial solar eclipse, it won't be as powerful as the one that's coming behind it, but it's still going to bring the extreme transformation, which is that extreme death and that extreme rebirth. Okay. And it's going to happen quickly, but it still will take up to 6 months to fully complete because with an eclipse, it's going to affect the next 6 months. Okay. So people who have a lot of psychic ability, the veil is extremely open. You can do a lot of work with just you as the conduit. You can start working with yourself and your own energy work and how you manifest with your mind and how you manifest with your own vessel instead of necessarily using the tools of the trade that we normally grab onto. This is a good time, especially within today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and the day after is a good time to really practice that. The veil is open, and now it's open to a lot of dark energy too. Remember, we're dealing with Scorpio. So you don't want to be wide open to the world, but you still want to try and work those muscles a little bit. It's a good time to really flex on those things, okay? Now, how you can prepare yourself the best way for this full new moon and eclipse is by knowing your astrological chart. And wherever Scorpio is in your chart, which it's going to be working on your whole transformation altogether because it's an eclipse and it's what you can't control. But you also can go into your chart and see where Scorpio is, and you'll be able to pinpoint exactly where it's working at in your chart. For example, with me, I have Scorpio and Venus, I have Scorpio and Mars, I have Scorpio and Uranus. So that's dealing with love, money, beauty, the way how aggressive I am, how I go about business, how I handle business, how I'm, those type of things. Also my friendships, my creativity, my innovation, that's the Uranus part. And the changes I'm going to be making because it's like for me with Uranus and Scorpio, it's all about freedom. You see what I'm saying? I can't, for some reason, always be under somebody's thumb. It's hard for me to have a job per se because I feel the need to always be free. I'm very creative. One moment I'm creating salts for my apothecary. The next moment I'm live with y'all talking to y'all about the new moon and what's to come. You see what I'm saying? And all of that to me is work, but I still love it. So, so I like to have that type of freedom. Whereas when I was younger and I was working at Verizon, I would be sitting behind a desk and taking calls from clients all the time, back to back to back, which was also cool. It made a lot of money, but it wasn't something that made me feel free. I kind of felt trapped in that cubicle all day. You know what I mean? So I will have to literally go for walks for the hour on my lunch break. I will always have to take that 15-minute break to just get out the office. It was always needing to be free. So this works better for me, and it can be anything I'm doing. But that just shows you how I can pick apart my chart and see where Scorpio is going to be taking place. If you have the time of birth that you were born, then you'll be able to see your houses and you'll be able to pick and see what house Scorpio is in, and also look at what sign is in your 8th house, which is your Scorpio house, which deals with sex, transformation, death, that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So you want to see what's in that Scorpio house and also see what house Scorpio is in. The house that Scorpio is in is where the universe is going to be working on you specifically with this eclipse. So that's where the ending is going to come in and the new beginning is going to come in. So for me, it's going to be Venus, Mars, Uranus, and whatever houses that falls in specifically into my chart. Okay. And then for you, it may be Pluto, where Pluto comes in with abrupt changes. It may be your first house, which is your rising sign. You see what I'm saying? Where again, you're going to have abrupt changes in your lifestyle, in your life altogether. There's going to be some type of ending where you may move out of your old house and move into another one, depending on what house it falls into. You may get a new lover. You and your lover may become husband and wife because it falls into the marriage house. It's those type of things that will show you exactly what's to come. Okay? And then now, with that being said, you can't change those things because those are the things that's already written in stone for your destiny. What you can do is try to manipulate the energy a little bit to have certain things come in your favor. Let's say you're applying for college, or you're trying to get a loan for a house and things to that nature, or you want to make sure the closing of the house goes through, or whatever it is, like your riches and things like that that you want. You can do magic to bring those things in. But when I'm talking about what the moon and the planets and what was set into your life as you were born, this is what this new moon is actually dealing with. Now, intuitively speaking, when I was doing my meditations, I would get that this eclipse, because I didn't even know an eclipse was coming when I was doing my meditation, and got this message, but there was something about it clearing out the subconscious issues that we've been dealing with our whole life and past lives. So it is really, because for the past couple of weeks, what's been going on is the universe has been, I won't say the past couple of weeks, the past week. Since this full moon that we had, because we had about 2 weeks before the full moon where we were still going through stuff. That full moon came in with a bang. We went through something that whole week of the full moon. You were going through some type of peak of stress and frustration in your life at that time. Then the universe gave us the release. Some of us got the release, some of us didn't. I don't know. I'm talking about the ones that's in my tribe, because I only can speak for what I know is happening. Okay. Then the universe is coming through with the cleaning out of your mind after that release. So you should have been, I know you're like, oh my God. Yes, boo. So you should have been in a state where the universe is trying to release your mind of stress and frustration and headache and all of that type of awful stuff. So that's what's been happening. Now, with this eclipse and this new moon, because it's in Scorpio, it's kind of taken all that we've worked through, bringing it to that extreme again, like what the full moon did. But this time it's just going to go with the eclipse. Like the eclipse is going to come and burn all of that up. So all that we're experiencing or thinking, oh, that's beautiful, baby. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me see. Oh, that's really nice.
Share the vlog.
No, I'm doing a live, baby. Alea, stop. Okay. Mommy's going to come back upstairs. Thank you. That's so pretty.
No, make it wake you up with the cookie that I made you.
Okay, I will. She drew me as an angel, guys. I can't. I'm in a zone, so I she kind of threw me off with it, but she looked so, it was so pretty when I saw it. Anyway, yeah, so where we are right now is just cleaning that out, cleansing that out. So they're bringing it back up. It's the extreme of it again. Like the extreme with the full moon was the extreme of the experiences that was karmic that we were dealing with, that kind of rose to the top. It was like the cream of the crop of all those harsh experiences. Then the universe comes through and wipes it out. Okay? Wipes it out. Yeah. And see, that's it, spiritual assassin. Okay. I'm just reading something that was YouTube holds everything now and they check every comment. Okay. So anyway, so that's really pretty much it. I wanted y'all to really know intuitively what was going on from what I could see is what the universe is doing right now was bringing it all to that. It's like when when you're sweeping and you put it all in that pile and you're about to put it in the dustpan and throw it out. That's what's actually happening in our mind. So this eclipse is really digging in and clearing that out. Okay. So what you can do with this one, because depending on your chart, I have seen some very creative candles. I haven't purchased one, but I do want to show y'all some candles that y'all can use for this new moon. One of them I've never been able to see as far as for me purchasing it, but it's the triangle candles. I haven't been able to find one at My Botanica. They have everything else. They even have like limp dicks and all types of stuff. I mean, literally, I shouldn't curse, limp penises at the Botanica. But I can't find a triangle candle. And that would be a wonderful candle for new moon. Let me grab what I think you should use if you can't find one, though. Now, if you can't find any triangle candles that I think will be wonderful, and the reason why I say the triangle candles will be wonderful, especially for this new moon, is because that triangle is channeling the energy of whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Okay? So if any of you guys can get your hands on one, do so. They do have them online. I'm not big on buying my supplies online unless I'm buying it from a person or a place that I have shopped from in person, or I trust the person. You see what I'm saying? Like how we have a rapport. Other than that, I'm not big on like seeing something on Facebook and just buying it like that. I can't. I have to walk into your shop and feel the energy, because every shop don't walk with the same. It's like we're all not in it for the good of the world. Some people are just in it for money, and that's fine. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us had to learn that we got to be taken care of too. And that's really the truth. Hi, baby. Hello. So you have to always remember that. So when you walk into these botanicas, always feel out the energy before you purchase anything. Don't just walk in and be like, oh my goodness. No, feel the energy. Feel if the person that's behind the counter is a happy person. Do they feel like they're a good person? Are they trying to tell you that there's a lot of things wrong with you in order to sell you things and bullshit like that? Like, no, you don't want to be around that. You want to be with somebody that can really feel the energy. And if you go to them and ask you, they'll show you one thing or tell that their heart is open, and it takes a lot out of them to take from you. Okay. Anyway, for this new moon, guys, what I would love for you guys to get, if y'all have the multicolor, okay, if you have these, get one of these. When we are manifesting with this one, because it's coming in with an eclipse, and I want y'all to do y'all spell, and on the new moon, I know I tell y'all not to do it on a new moon and wait till the day after, but because this one comes in with an eclipse, I want y'all to knock it out on that day. You gotta watch what's happening esoterically and with the planets and stuff in order to make these type of decisions. Normally with the new moon, I will tell y'all to wait the day after, 2 days after, because we want that crescent in the moon. But because we're going to have the eclipse coming in with it, and we really want to shut out what is old and go into what is new, and we want to bring it in with that bang, with that eclipse, like we literally want to shut out and burn out what's old. We're going to have this 7 color one, okay? My bad, my loves. If you have the 7 African powers candle, you can use one of those, but you want the 7 colors so you can hit every part of your life with this eclipse. You see what I'm saying? It's one of my good girlfriends calling me, and I'm doing my live from my phone, and she don't know. So, and I have my phone. Anyway, I can't turn the ringer off because it's at the bottom, and I don't want to switch everything up. Anyway, guys, so you want to use this one. If you don't have the 7-day, I keep saying the 7-day 7-color one, you want to at least have a white one, okay? And you can do all of this with the white one. You'll just have to put the intention for everything that you're working on, the same thing that you will do with the multicolored one, but this one kind of puts more emphasis on each part of your life, whereas the white one is going to be more blatant. So you have to put more emphasis when you're putting your petition on the candle and you're putting your sigils and things like that. You'll need to put more emphasis on exactly what you're specifically trying to manifest with this one and what you're shutting out, whatever it is that you're using the candle for. Okay, if you have the triangle candle, that one to me will be the best one for this one. I don't have one, so I'm gonna be using my 7-color. But if you have that one, use it. This is the moon, the new moon to use it on, because it's really going to channel that energy. It's going to be such a great, and if you can get one in beeswax, will it be even better? Okay. And you can use your petition on your parchment paper, like I said before. And pretty much that's as far as I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna have my own ritual on my Patreon. I do my rituals every full moon and new moon on there. So y'all will have to come and see what we do with that. If you're going to be working with money, look how beautiful this candle is, and look how thick. Oh, look at the color. I love it. I love it. I just love this candle. This is the one I'm also going to be using. I'm working on a lot for the new moon, okay? Only because it's an eclipse. Now, again, this is all to make sure roads are open, energy is clear, you're fully in position to receive, and all of that good stuff. And we're following the energy of the universe, okay? You always want to follow and ride the esoterical waves of the universe. If you want to just do something simple, like just light this one candle, I think that will be perfect. You don't need to do all of these. I'm just going to show with different rituals on my Patreon for each one. So I'm going to show them a money ritual for the new moon and a regular ritual if you only have the white candle. So I'm going to show them all three. But this is all you need. Okay? It really, really is. All right, let's see what we saying. Hi, Daniela. Hello, baby. Let me see. I made the road opener and master oil that you made. Oh, yes. Yes. So, yes, you can, Estrella. You can charge under the full moon. Well, try to catch the one on the 7th. Okay? Don't use this one. This one isn't a good one. Do the full moon with the eclipse that we're having, because there's no energy in this moon, so you won't be really getting anything. This is more of like closing out and bringing in. You see what I'm saying? So this one don't have any energy coming. As far as what we're doing here is riding an energetic wave to build with the universe, is what we're doing with this new moon. Okay? With the full moon, that's when the universe is really bursting in whatever energy or whatever sign that moon is in at the time, and it's going to release on that. So that's when you want to put your botanical or whatever you've created out there to capture that energy or release with it or whatever you want to do with it. For that one, you'll be charging it. So you'll be putting it out on the full moon. The new moon, I wouldn't put my stuff out to charge. There's no energy to really charge it where it's released it all. So from the full moon, because it explodes, or the moon is not exploding, but the energy of whatever sign, let's say it's in Scorpio. If it was full moon, it would have been exploding in Scorpio, and all that Scorpio energy would have been released. So you would have had your Botanica, your Scorpio oil out, catching all of that Scorpio energy. You see what I'm saying? Because it's being released, and it's releasing up into the new moon. So now there's no more energy. It's all gone. And now the new moon is bringing in new energy in whatever sign it's in, which is actually in Scorpio. The full moon that we just had was in Pisces. Okay. So the next full moon we're going to have is it in Aries? I can't remember. I'll catch up to it then. I'm thinking about this one. So this full moon that we're having is doubled transformation. Okay? It's transformation doubled. It'll be, I don't know if that means it's going to be more intense, like double the intensity, or is it going to be two different things that's going to be transformed? I do know a lot of people have completed a lot of life purpose type of items or things that they were put here to do. A lot of that has been done. So I don't know if that's what's transformed and now you're going into your next stage in life or your next purpose in life. I'm not sure. I do feel that energy also. And then I'll do a reading tonight to kind of see, or I'll see myself. When I go for my walks is when I usually get energy. I get downloads at any damn time. It don't really matter. So I just deal with them. And right now, these downloads are very tricky. Guys, don't be erratic. It's because of the way the energy is, and because it's so extreme, you may want to go on a rant and on a rave about political issues or how people made you feel or what someone did to you. And the universe is saying, pump your brakes. You know what I mean? Because, or a person may go on a rant like that, and then you may start feeling a certain type of way about that person. And you don't want to do that either. So it's a lot of extreme energies as far as friendships. Okay. You may start seeing friendship differently. You may start seeing, just even everything, how you deal with life spiritually and all of that good stuff. You may start seeing that differently as well. I know that's right. And honestly, this eclipse is about moving forward, guys. That's the main thing, is that we're done. Like that last full moon that we just had. Remember when I was talking about it brought us to the peak of that karmic experience, and it's over. The bubble has popped. We had to go through that last week, and then we got the release, and now the universe is just sweeping out the cobwebs. And it's taken a couple of weeks. This is not things that happen overnight. And even with magic, these things don't happen overnight. Where my little wand at? When we do our wand, it's not on TV, dibbity bobbity boo, and it's done. No. Okay, that's not how it works. We're going with the flow of the universe. So it takes time for whatever it is we're trying to conjure up to happen. It may happen in a day. If we're trying to do something quick, like a small money spell, then yeah, we can conjure that in a day. That's not a problem. You see what I'm saying? But if it's something large, we want to be millionaires. The universe is just not going to bloop and give you the $1 million. For some of us, it will happen. And I'm pointing to myself on that because I truly believe that about me. One day I'm going to be like, bloop, and that's it. You know what I mean? But, and I'm a hold on to that, God. I'm holding on to it. But the reality is, guys, with all jokes aside, it's what it really would do is put us in the position, and opens up, all of this spiritual stuff is really opening you up to God. It's clearing out all of that mumbo jumbo that has been taught to us, that took us off of our weapon. And our weapon, us who are spiritually inclined, is God, the universe, and nature. It is our spirituality. That's our weapon. And for some reason, I don't know how the situation got misconstrued with everybody, but for some reason, other people took our spirituality, hid it from us, told us it was devilish to do. You know what I mean? And then here we are sitting here suffering and not living in our righteousness. And that's our punishment to ourselves, is not living in our truly who we are, our righteousness. Okay, so let me not get into my little ramble for the day. I didn't want to ramble. I just wanted to kind of tell y'all what was happening with this new moon, guys. But yes, it's time to move forward. So that's what this eclipse is doing. It's really ushering in this new beginning. It's cutting off. The cycle is done. We're done with all that karmic stuff. We've learned the lesson. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Like I've said to my Patreon, and I hope I said it when I did the message that I put up the last week. I talked about how the cycle is over. The cycle is over. Like, we've learned every one of the lessons. We don't need people playing with our emotions, playing with our time, playing with this, playing with that. We don't need it. You see what I'm saying? We don't need dark energy. We've learned the evil eye tricks. We've learned the people we don't want to be around and the people that we do. And we learned those things. Okay? So oh, you're welcome. Don't worry, girl. Is this a good moon for a blockbuster spell? I will be more trying to bring in the new. We've already worked on the old, baby. We should have did the blockbuster spell with the full moon. So no, spiritual assassin, I would be working on bringing in the blessings, the prosperity, the abundance. Thank you, V. Thank you, Vash. That's one of my longtime clients, guys. I love her. I love her. But yes, this is not the blockbuster time, baby. This is it. As Vash said, we ready for it. We ready for the money. We ready for the new house. We ready for the practical things to be in our life. That's what we on right now. We ain't on nothing else. You see what I'm saying? All the dark work, we shouldn't even be thinking about that. We should be on some happiness. The universe would just release me from this stressful whatever, and I'm moving forward. Fuck it. I'm moving forward. We've learned so much lessons. We don't even have time to be in the dwelling of whatever we went through. My daughter brought up something that happened that was terrible to my soul, and it happened to my grandfather when he passed away. And in the midst of me getting ready to talk about it, I just said, baby, it was the past. All I know is I'm gonna buy my own acres of land. And our family still gonna live on, and we still gonna do it this, and we still gonna do it that way. And that's just what it is, because one monkey don't stop no show. You see what I'm saying? My grandfather was able to create a lot, and then you know how people are when they see a lot of wealth, if the vultures be in there, and I just let the vultures have it, and we move on, and we build ours. And I trust that my grandfather keep me well protected and all of that to make sure it get done right again. You see what I'm saying? And this time the vultures ain't welcome. And that's just what it is. So anyway, guys, with this new moon, just be ready to get money. Be ready to bring in all of the abundance. Try to right now, especially with this one, if you need to do the blockbuster spiritual assassin, do it tonight. That's the best thing I can tell you, because really, if you on the new moon, it's all about bringing in and riding that wave. You see what I'm saying? Like, we riding a wave right now, and we trying to catch it. That's why I came on here a few days before to let y'all know we catching it on that day, because that's the day of an eclipse. And this eclipse, Even though it's partial, because it's in Scorpio, it's extreme. Thank God it's not a whole eclipse in Scorpio, double extreme already with the sun and the moon in Scorpio and all. It's like it's going in. You see what I'm saying? It's going in. So we're going to be in the extreme depths of our emotions, the extreme transformations of our emotions and our friendships, and how our spiritual growth happens, our spiritual powers, our own sexual powers. This is definitely about sex, guys. Do not be out here having sex without protection. Lord, it is Scorpio time. Them STDs is on 1,000. I would suggest y'all don't have sex with nobody. Just keep your pum pum and your pee pee to yourself. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. Unless you have a one person that you're with and you know you and them are rocking, your husband, your man, do your thing. But don't be out here giving up your body. Because it's terrible out in these streets. It's terrible. Okay? So I think that's pretty much it. Do y'all have any specific questions about this eclipse or this new moon that we're having? If y'all have some mugwort, make some mugwort tea. You should have some vivid dreams at that time. Corey Lynn says, should I do an offering to my goddess in addition to my weekly one before I do a money spell? Any spell I do, I give an offering for, to be honest with you. Any spell I do. That went down the wrong way. Any spell I do. So you need to, but it don't have to be nothing big. It can be candy, whatever she likes. It can be something small. Like if you have your altar set up, you can just give her a piece of candy, anything. It doesn't have to be, I don't feel like our ancestors and whatever spirit is helping, whatever deity you're calling on to assist, I never feel like they're greedy. It's never about greed. It's always about appreciation. And a lot of times the reason why they ask for an offering is because some people are under the impression that their job is only to run errands for them or do things for them. Some people think your ancestors are supposed to just sit around and take care of them. And no, it's about you doing things for your ancestral lineage so that when they're reborn, they're born in the proper, environment so that they can flourish, just like they've put you in an environment where you can grow and flourish, or you've really put yourself in that environment. Because if you were listening to other teachings that I speak about, I'll talk about how we are the ancestors. Now we're the ones setting the tone for the future. You see what I'm saying? So this is our job. So yeah, always leave something. It can be a piece of candy, like and us. I never gave like a stick of gum, but I'll leave, the little peppermints, 1 mint. Put it right next to your candle. If that's all you have, a banana, an apple, 1 apple, boom. That's it. So anyway. That's it, my loves. I keep saying that. But that's all I wanted to really talk about. So be prepared. And I'm happy nobody's going to be doing blockbusters on Tuesday. No blockbusters on Tuesday. Do that today. Oh, flowers are beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. And that's, I celebrate myself with flowers around my house. So I buy fresh flowers for myself every week. I used to buy them for Calidad, but I started, taking care of myself a little bit more and making sure that I had my flowers. You know what I mean? And just making sure I'm happy. So yeah, that's a wonderful way. And eventually you'll get to that point too. So that's about it, guys. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. If y'all have any more questions, go ahead and ask. I'm definitely here to answer them. And then other than that, I'm gonna hop off. And we'll be going live on Tuesday for the new moon ritual, where we'll work on these candles and we'll show you how to, I keep saying I will show you how to prepare your candles for each ritual, okay? We always want to make sure we get money in there for the new moon. You're welcome. That's what's up, V. You're welcome. Okay. I know you said not to do any blockbuster candles in the new moon. What if you have a triple action? Okay. Is that okay? What are the colors? Black, pink, and green. I think I think the black, pink, and green will be fine. It's not that you can't do protection. We can do protection work at any time. That's not an issue. And if you feel like a person is sending something to you or trying to hurt you or harm you, yes, you can do your blockbuster spell. The thing is that when you're doing your magic, you want to know what's happening with the universe. Okay? Because the whole goal is for us to ride the energetic waves. You don't want to be doing certain magic and you're kind of working against the universe, because it's like anything can come and knock that spell up. The energy doesn't go with that. That any other planet that is coming through, because it's a lot of, it's a lot of things going on up there with the other planets. Some of them are retrograde, some of them are direct or just going direct and all that type of stuff. So while you're doing any type of blockbuster work or uncrossing work, things like that, you want to make sure that the planets are in sync with that. Like right now, Jupiter isn't really popping right now because of its aspect and whatever it's trining or whatever it's crossing. I don't know, because I'm not an astrologer. I just keep up with kind of what's happening. All I know is Jupiter ain't in our favor. So what I do, I hold back on the Jupiter work because I don't want to be messing up my work and then I'm putting in all this work and Jupiter is not in a favorable position to kind of make that go. Jupiter is known to amplify. So if I'm going to work with Jupiter, I want him in a position to amplify. You see what I'm saying? It's not about manipulate, because what you don't want to do is put the spell out there, like I said before, and then because Jupiter is debilitated in whatever sign it's in, it's not going nowhere. And then you just wasted the money for the candle and your time and your herbs because it's not going to go nowhere. So with the blockbusters and the uncrossings, any type of work like that, unless you really need it, unless you know somebody is sending some dark shit your way and you got to cleanse it, that's the only time you really need to be pulling it out. If it's not happening, or if you're not feeling like you're being spiritually attacked, then don't waste your time with it, because the universe automatically is going to put its own, well, it depends. If you're a good person, I have to say that, then you'll automatically have a veil of protection over you and you can speak that over you. Now, if you're out here doing the fuck shit, how much time have we been on live? Because you got to be on a few minutes before you can start cursing. If you're out here doing a lot of messed up stuff to people. Then you're going to be having those karmic things where you feel like you got to be doing this and doing that. You see what I'm saying? Or if you have people jealous of you. A lot of us just got through the evil eye train, the jealous friend train, the family train, the this train, the jealous boyfriend, the jealous husband. A lot of that, all of that energy, the people that, and the biggest thing was the people that they were attached to as well. They all come with their energy. So we are just getting through that heavy karmic cycle. We want to cut that off and keep it pushing. You don't want to you don't want to keep, you've already went through that cycle. So we're going to use this energy that we are using to follow that path of cutting it off. And now what are we working on next? So what you need to be doing is sitting down tonight asking God, what's the plan? What's the plan, God? God is going to tell you what the plan is. He's going to tell it to you in your dream. He's going to tell it to you right there while you're meditating. You will find out what the plan is during that eclipse, before then, or during it. He'll tell you the plan. And then you can go with that. And this is what you're manifesting. Or it's going into love. You see what I'm saying? For me, it's showing new moon and full moon rituals properly, so y'all won't be doing stuff like blockbusters on the new moon when you're supposed to be worrying about the direction your life is really going into. And then what we do is when he says, okay, we working on money, we working on love, we working on every part of our life, because my shit is in Scorpio. I'm going to now light this candle and I'm going to ride that wave of manifesting and catching it. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm just like a surfer. And that's what you want to do. If you're doing blockbusters during this time, what's going to happen is you've missed the wave. You know how a surfer catches that wave and he's able to ride it to the end? That's what you're doing when you're doing magic. Okay, it's not about necessarily manipulating energy to conjure what you want exactly at the time that you want. That stuff is going to happen. I can't say it's going to happen regardless. If you need it, do your magic and do it. But it's like, for long-term gain, you want to ride the waves of the universe, the ones that they give you naturally, so that you can cash in when you finish. Like when Saturn moves into Pisces, we want to be riding that wave that we just rode for the last 3 years to the end. So that when Saturn is cashing in on Aquarius, our motherfucking bag is wide open and we catching every coin Saturn is dishing out. Because Saturn is better than Jupiter in dishing out blessings. So the whole mission here is to teach y'all how to ride those esoteric waves, so that when we're doing our magic, we're doing it at the perfect time. So we're using the planets, we're using nature, and we're using God to manifest everything we want at the time that we want it. Okay? And we're using our own alchemy, our own channel to do it. Let it be your mind, if that's how your gift works, or your herbs, that's how your gift works. Your candle magic, your voodoo, your hoodoo. Well, I don't teach voodoo because I'm not in that religion. You see what I'm saying? Hoodoo is when you're not in the religion and you're kind of just doing your magic. But this is it. You see what I'm saying? So, boom. That's really what it's about. Oops. That's really what it's about, guys. Right. So pay attention to what's happening with the planets, because you don't want to, like I said before, you don't want to do something right now with Jupiter and then, you see what I'm saying? We riding this eclipse energy. And we're going to take advantage of Scorpio, because Scorpio is the transformation, and we want we want to be done. You see what I'm saying? Like Vash was saying earlier, like, yo, I'm ready for the practical of it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm ready for the practical too. Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's what we doing on Tuesday, guys. All right. So we have any more questions for me? Now, guys, if you need quick money, you can always do a money spell and you can always protect yourself. Don't ever feel like, oh my God, it's a new moon and I can't do a protection spell. If you feel like somebody done did some shit, because they'll send you something at any time. They don't care. Like if a person wants to hurt you, they will hurt you sun, moon, shine, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Sun, day or night, rain or shine. Yeah. All right, guys. But that's it. That's it. I don't want to be on here rambling. But that's really what I want y'all to learn. So we'll be on here every new moon and full moon prepping, so y'all will know what we're prepping for and how we riding the wave and the wave we riding, so that we can be prepared. But my ritual, that will be on my Patreon, because we do a lot of deep stuff and sometimes it'll get hectic, okay? All right, loves. Love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.